Hi guys, I'm back with another video and I haven't made one in a long time, I know. But I'm back with a vengeance. I am planning to concentrate this year on my art. So for this painting I used some canvas sheets. It's not stretched or anything, but it is primed. And of course I'm starting with the lighter colors, moving out slowly to the darker ones. I'm doing the background first, and because I've already sketched out my drawing with pencil, it's easy for me to do the background first, because then I don't have to go over my sketch. I don't know if you guys want me to explain to you what I'm doing or how I'm doing things. Sometimes I don't even know myself. I make things up as I go along, and like I said, I haven't painted with acrylic in so long that I can't even remember how I used to do it in the past, but I'm gonna try. So I'm making this kind of mottled. I didn't want it to be one solid color, and I'm putting in the light spots where I want the little fireflies to be first. I don't know how well my voice is going to sound in this one, because I'm having trouble with my sound. So I'm actually sitting in my husband's closet. I'm actually sitting on his shoebox, so I hope he doesn't get mad at me. But anyway, just watch how I am doing this background. I'm putting in the lighter shades, and then I'll be right back with some more tidbits of what I'm doing. Because I'm using acrylic, acrylic dries fast, but if I carry on with the background the way I'm doing it, going from light to dark, then it's easy to blend it in right then before it gets dark. And then also, like you can see, I'm just going over with some more blue to make it a little bit more poppy. To make the colors pop. So yeah, blending it before it gets too dry. So I'm blending it as I'm going along. It's actually quite easy. I'm pretty sure anybody can do this. Once again, I say this in my previous videos, and I'm going to say it in this video as well. If you think you would have done something differently, I'm always open to some constructive criticism. I'm always listening to what other people have to say about my art. So if you can tell me, you know what, you shouldn't have done this, or you shouldn't have done that, try this or this or this, I'll be more than happy to listen. In the meantime, it's very satisfying to see things taking shape. Just for the record, I know that I sometimes cut my canvas off here at the bottom of the camera. I am using my cell phone to record. It's a pretty decent cell phone, but still, and that's also why if you see there on the floor on the right, that sometimes somebody's feet will appear there as they come to stand and see what I'm doing. I hope it doesn't happen too often in this video, but yeah, so pardon the sound and pardon the video. For the hand color, I basically used a dark brown and a white and a red to get the color that I want. I mixed the white and the brown as I was going down. It's a simple dark brown. It's nothing fancy. I think in oil colors they would say it was burnt umber, but in acrylic, on the little too, but only says dark brown. So that's the color I used here for the hand. I've made it darker where the shading must come and the shadows, and as you can see, I don't really have an actual light source. I wanted the light to sort of come from the top though, so I kept that in mind. So I've put the highlights at the top of the knuckles and to the left. A little bit later on you'll see I've also added a little bit more pink, and I even added a little bit of blue in the hand itself, seeing that most of the picture is blue and the sky is blue, and then the roses I'm going to make red. So I made sure to put in a little bit of pink by some of the highlights and a little bit of blue by some of the highlights, just so it doesn't look like the hand is apart from the picture or pasted on the top, but actually part of inside the picture. I hope that makes sense. I'm not very articulate, but I hope that makes sense. I also tend to paint and draw and color in layers. So I would normally start with a lighter layer, and then I would just add a little bit more depth and shading where I think it's necessary. And if one piece looks too pale, I just go over it again with a stronger color or even a different color. Like I said, even blue, just to make it stand out. Next, I started on the roses. I started also once again with the dark, and oh my goodness, this is a beautiful bright red, and I'm so glad I decided to go with this red. I'll check a little bit. Hang on, what color did I use? What red? No man, it just says red. Let me just make sure. Yes, it is a brilliant red, as instead of a crimson. It's not crimson, it's brilliant red, and I am very happy with this color. I also make I use the brown for the darker parts. I mix that with the brilliant red, and then of course I added white, pure white, for where the highlights need to be. used the same mixture of brown red to paint out where the leaves are supposed to be, and also to go over with the green to make sure that it's got a little bit of a contrast there with the red and the green. And it works wonderful if you have just that little bit of red inside the green. And then as I put in the highlights, I also added a tiny little bit of blue into the leaves, just to show how the sunshine is shining on it. After the roses, I decided to edge in some more of the blue in the background, and also to make it darker in certain areas and lighter in certain areas. Then I added just some more white for some firefly highlights over there. Not pure white, mind you, I do have a tad bit of yellow in there. And can I just say that I love painting roses? I really do. When I start with flowers, normally, no, tiger lilies. I'm going to do something with tiger lilies soon. Just wait and watch. But yeah, I love roses. You can almost express any emotion with a rose in one way or the other. I added some markers around certain areas, just to put a little bit more depth in it. I love using markers, and I've always enjoyed using mixed media. So if you want to just make the lines nice and crisp, it's easy to do it with a marker. And also I used a red marker in the green leaves as well, and then added some more highlights with some white paint. Well guys, this is actually wrapping it up. It took me about 3 hours to paint, all in all put together, just sly of 3 hours. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy watching me work. Please let me know if you prefer just the music, or do you prefer me to talk. My voice is horrible, I know. And please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I've got very few subscribers, so I don't mind begging. It will be appreciated. Thank you very much. Bye for now and see you next week.